Esther sat in the library as she read a book. She was biding her time until her father returned home so she could appeal to his sense of decency. She couldn't marry Lord Worley. He may be old, but he had already outlived 3 wives. What if he outlived her? The thought caused her to shudder. She was already on her 4th season, but she refused to entertain the thought of not marrying for love. Her mother and father had a love match, and they had been so happy. That is what she wanted. So why was her stepmother pressuring her into marrying an old man? It didn't matter to her that he was a marquess. How had it gotten this far? She had told her stepmother and father repeatedly that she did not want to marry Lord Worley. When would they stop this madness and listen to what she wanted? It seemed the more she tried to make her opinion known, the more they dismissed what she said as unimportant. She felt unheard, and that made her feel alone. A young maid stepped into the room and announced, "Lord Mather would like to speak to you in his study, my lady." "I shall be right down." The maid tipped her head before departing. Rising, Esther placed the book onto the table and knew this was a fight worth fighting. Ever since her father had married Susanna, he had changed. He wasn't as approachable as he had been when her mother was alive. At times, she wondered if she'd lost both of her parents the day her mother died. But she refused to believe her father would force her into a marriage that she didn't want, knowing how unhappy she would be. She was already at a disadvantage. Susanna had no doubt shared her opinion on the matter with her father and, knowing her, added a few tears to ensure she got her way. Esther exited the library and headed towards the study on the main level. She had a fairly good idea of how her father would react to her turning down Lord Worley, but she hoped she was wrong. Her father's temper was not one that she wanted to stoke.